morning, everybody. Welcome back. Omri here. Thanks for joining me. Every night after dinner, I stretch out on the carpet in front of the TV. It's part of my daily routine. I like to find out before bed where my body is. It also helps me figure out what to work on next morning. That's one of the things I do for my yoga practice. My yoga practice is not limited to the work on the mat. I woke up this morning and all my chest muscles, my shoulder muscles, they all feel really great. You'll see at some point that I'm doing 30 push-ups and then continuing my routine. Later on in the practice, you'll see that I'm trying to move from a triangle to a Skandasana with a bind. Pretty difficult move. This sort of exploratory movement is very common in my practice. Taking more artistic liberties to make the practice a little bit more exciting and dynamic. I'd love to hear some of your daily routines and add-ons for the practice. Please put them in the comments below. If you like this channel, please hit subscribe. Thanks for joining. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Starting a child's pose at the back of the mat, rolling the hips side to side, then moving into a cat-cow position. This always feels good when I do this at the beginning. It actually feels good to do in any part of the practice. You see that I take it to the extreme. The cat-cow turns into a whole body gyration, if you will, finding mobility in the spine up and down. Moving on to the forward lunge, keeping the toes tucked under and then sitting back. So a big squeeze on the leg that's straight, and then stretching the hamstrings in the back. The final move of that trio of movements is the release of the leg in Skandasana. You'll be able to see it on the other side here once I'm done with the different variations of the push-ups and the chaturangas. The back leg stays long, straight, contracted throughout from the glute to the hamstring. And then when you sit back into the forward stretch with the front leg, you get a nice stretch in the hamstrings of the left leg. Opening back to the Skandasana, releasing the left leg. Those muscles were working very hard to stabilize the lunge posture. This was a good day for the push-ups. 30 straight here. It was okay, moderately difficult. Definitely reaching towards the limit, but not getting to the limit. Different version here of Surya Namaskar. I love these squats at the front with the knees together, coming up to a back bend and then sitting back down. It just feels difficult and very rewarding when you can feel that your body can go through the movement, struggling with the stability all the way up and down. You'll see it again on this side. I try to keep the heels on the floor when I'm squatting all the way down, and I try to back bend as deep as possible when I get to the top. The folding over the leg is a sweet little addition there. Get it stretch in the back, in the neck. And finding some easy cobras on the floor to start allowing my back, lower back, and glute muscles to reconnect. Getting a little stronger. This crow turned right into a plow. And in this plow, I'm trying to carry the whole weight of the body over my head. And then finally lifting here at the end for a shoulder stand without arms. And then a more advanced variation, bending the knees and trying to grab the feet one at a time behind me, squeezing, and finding the release. Taking the long reach from the front, lifting it up, and then finding a triangle with a bind to straighten the front leg. I find that this is a very effective posture to stretch the hamstrings of the front leg. And this is a playful variation, trying to move to Skandasana from the triangle. I borrowed it from another sequence of movements that we do in this class. And as you can see there at the end, I totally couldn't hold it in the Skandasana. Failing or falling is part of the practice. And whenever I do, it's just a sign that it's something I need to work on. And it's an enjoyable process for me to know that I can overcome these difficulties as they show up. Sometimes it takes a week, 2, sometimes it takes a couple of months. This variation felt really amazing with this bind. Finishing up in a child's pose. Thanks for joining, everybody. See you tomorrow.